Why do dogs fight over toys? Dogs mostly fight over toys because they perceive toys as valuable and worthy of protecting from other dogs. Let's face it, dogs aren't very good in sharing. We would love for them to share, but it doesn't seem to happen as much as we would like. Dogs can have a variety of toys around them, but for some reason, dogs will always want the toy the other dog has. Now, there is fighting over toys. In many cases, the fighting is just loud noise and nobody gets hurt. If your dogs are fighting over toys though, and the fights look serious, or your dogs have hurt each other in the past, it's important to remove access to toys, and seek the intervention of a dog behavior professional. Is it play or fighting? It can happen that dog owners struggle differentiating between play fighting and true fighting. The fact is, when dogs play with toys, many of their components of play may involve elements observed in true fighting. For example, one dog may grab one end of a toy and the other dog the other, and next, both dogs may start tugging, staring each other and growling. The growls may sound very vicious, but often this is just play. In another circumstance, one dog may grab a toy or stick and the other dog may chase and try to steal it. The dog with the toy may therefore growl and even snarl, wrinkling the upper lip exposing the teeth, every time the other dog comes near. This is often an innocent game of keep away, and oftentimes there are role reversals, with the dogs taking turns in trying to steal. However, sometimes dogs stealing toys from each other may lead to fights, so close monitoring is always needed. In general though, despite the growling and snarling, dogs who are playing display loose and wiggly body language. The barks are often high-pitched, and dogs often display metasignals, such as play bows to demonstrate that they are just engaging in play. A matter of resource guarding. Many dogs get along with other dogs well, but may transform into the doggy version of the Incredible Hulk when toys are around. These altercations are often at their worst when there are new toys around because their novelty makes them far more valuable. Many dogs though will still put up an aggressive display with common toys left around. Most signs of toy resource guarding take place when a dog is in possession of a toy and another dog approaches, or when two dogs are both moving towards a toy. Fortunately, most dogs can't bite if their mouth is kept busy with a toy, so often these sources of conflict don't end in much more than growling. However, real fights can, and do occur in presence of toys, so cases of dogs who resource guard toys should not be taken lightly. Whether or not intervention is needed is often a matter of several factors. The most important being whether there is a history of fights leading to injuries, punctured skin, or whether the conflicts are starting to occur with increased frequency. Minor disputes over toys that occur once in a blue moon, with the dogs, using their words, without physically harming each other, may not require intervention. However, close supervision is always important. Stopping the fights. As seen, dogs can fight over toys, but it might not always be easy for dog owners to determine whether the fights need intervention or not. While just some noisy conflict over toys can be acceptable, actual real fights are risky. If you have any doubts, it's best to consult with a behavior professional to play it safe. The behavior professional will take an in-depth history of both dogs and may evaluate the dog's behaviors closely. Following are some tips for dealing with minor cases of dogs fighting over toys. 1. Always supervise. If disputes are very mild and nobody gets hurt, always supervise your dogs when they have access to toys, and have a plan in place should you notice things escalating. 2. Avoid thinking your dogs will work things out. This mindset creates risks for physical injuries and emotional scars. 3. If there are actual fights, keep the dogs separated when toys are used. In several cases, this strategy alone is sufficient. For example, provide toys to play with when one dog is in the yard, while the other is in the home, or provide them in a crate with the dogs away from each other. Keep toys away when the dogs are together so to remove the source of conflict. Remember that even sticks, clothing, toilet paper rolls and paper balls may be perceived as valuable toys. 4. If you wish to proceed beyond avoidance, consider a full behavior consultation with a professional for an evaluation, and for the implementation of dog behavior modification. This is for safety and the correct implementation of behavior modification. With the help of a professional, various methods can be used. For example, through desensitization and counterconditioning, the dog prone to guarding toys may be conditioned to look forward to having the other dog around when enjoying a toy. 6. For mild cases, have a primary plan in place to avoid a fight from escalating. One way to do this is to train a very strong cue that tells both dogs that they should immediately come to you and stop focusing on each other. Once the dogs rush towards you, walk together towards the kitchen where you will ask both dogs to sit, then give them a tasty treat, and perhaps then go spend some time in the yard. Have a professional help you out in building a strong response to such cues. 7. Have a backup plan in place to break up a dogfight should it erupt. Keep pot lids handy to clash together, or a small air horn to blow, so to distract your dogs from each other. Ringing the doorbell may also help distract the dogs. Then, immediately redirect them to another activity, like have them join you in the yard, hold a down stay and then reward, etc. 8. Avoid using punishment. Methods involving positive punishment in response to a dog's aggressive displays have been found to increase the intensity and duration of the aggression, encouraging future aggression, according to research by Ben Michael et al., 2000, Blackwell et al., 2008, Heron et al., 2009. As seen, there is resource guarding and resource guarding. While resource guarding can be considered within the range of normal dog behaviors, it can turn into a significant problem leading to dangerous situations. Disclaimer: behavior modification comes with risks. If your puppy or dog shows signs of potential aggression, for safety, please consult with a dog behavior professional using force-free behavior modification techniques, no shock, prongs, or physical corrections, for direct in-person guidance. Articles, videos and general info found on any online source are not meant to replace in-person training or instructions.